Welcome to Collision live from the city of Austin, Texas. We got a brilliant show for you here tonight. The last time we're going to see these AEW Collision graphics. Oh no, we're bringing in some customs. They're not as good as the real ones, but I tried my hardest. I want to make this universe very, very unique with the branding. We got a brilliant card for you here tonight. I'm super excited to commentate over this specific card, especially as we lead into Maximum Carnage next week. We kick off Komander Ricochet. It's a high flyer affair. Komander debuting. Ricochet is on a bit of a riot at the moment, winning match after match after match. Can he see off Komander? Samoa Joe faces Bryan Danielson next week, but he's in action tonight against Daniel Garcia. Will the Samoan submission machine overcome the young Daniel Garcia, or will he be leading the way in our main event? AEW Women's World Champion teams with Kris Statlander. They'll face Toni Storm Megan Bayne, but all four of these women will be involved with each other at Maximum Carnage. But that's then, and this is now, and we're kicking things off in the cruiserweight division, could be said. This young man is an extremely talented professional wrestler. I say it right now. Komander, a luchador on his own, very unique style. He uses his body, he can flex, the flexibleness, the gymnast that this man can perform can wow people. He takes on Ricochet, who's another contender who can wow people. It's going to be a brilliant match. I'm excited to see. Are you team Komander? Are you team Ricochet? I'm excited to see what happens in this affair. There's going to be a lot of flipping, a lot of top rope maneuvering, I'm presuming. That I wouldn't expect anything else. I think it's going to be back and forth. And I just cannot call who will win, folks. I'm not too sure. Ricochet's got the momentum. Komander's got the debut Big Bang momentum. So it swings and roundabouts of who's going to win. I don't know. I'm not going to predict, but I'm just excited to see what happens. Ricochet making his way to the ring. He's been outstanding, seeing off the likes of Wes Lee. What a match that was when NXT invaded. We're back to normal programming here on AEW. It's pretty exciting to see what the future holds here on Collision and on Dynamite, and of course on Rampage, which is every other Thursday, as they lock eyes in the ring here tonight on Collision. Live from Austin, Texas. We have a sold-out crowd, but actually, contrary to popular belief here on the Universe mode, we do get sell-out crowds on AEW here. I can confirm that. Ricochet going for an early springboard off the ropes, and so is Komander, and you see telegraphing each other's move. That's the similarities that they have. The speed and beautiful reverse DDT from Ricochet early on. Can Komander kick out? Not a one count there. And now he barrel rolls. I know what the hell. DDT. Didn't look like a DDT. It looked like he sort of attached himself to his body. And that's a beautiful attempt at a DDT. I feel like the game's just on overdrive with all the fast-paced action at the moment. We need to calm this down. Going to go for another one, Komander. Does he know where Ricochet is? And finally someone hits a springboard. We're finally underway in this match in terms of offense and defense. Irish whip reversed. Komander in control. Ricochet trying to be in control. That's how he likes to be. And beautiful hurricanrana there from the Lucha Libre master as he celebrates this Austin, Texas crowd. Bit of an interesting dynamic here. Ricochet said he's come to AEW to wrestle with the best. Komander, prior to what you see in him, in terms of him in real life, he is one of the best. He's a very talented athlete who can do things that kind of leave your jaw on the floor. Ricochet the same as well. Reversal from Komander. And he's going to go for that move. Finally hits the Tornado DDT from Komander. That'll do some damage, and he's pointing at Ricochet. Ricochet getting back to his feet. And this is something you don't really see that much. It's still to come. Tony Khan has informed me that Adam Page is in the building, and he's been throwing things about. I don't know why, I don't know how, but we're going to hear from him. We'll have to hear what the Hangman has to say. We haven't seen him for a while, so maybe he's a bit pissed off that he hasn't been booked. I don't know. We'll find out. But Hangman is here tonight in Austin, Texas. Excited to hear what he has to say. And now Ricochet. Oh, we've seen this. This is a mockery of the People's Elbow moonsault. Connecting. And now Komander back to his feet. Ricochet with the knee to the head. Misses with the knee drop though. And now the punches coming in from Komander. Ducking and diving, bobbing and weaving. What are the 5 Ds of dodgeball? Komander's doing them all as a face breaker. And a hook of the leg there from Ricochet. Kick out one. And that was close there from Komander. Now Ricochet is going to go to the outside. Somersault misses. And then he got some incredible height there. This young man. Still, actually looks like a young man. He's actually around 36 years old. Been in the wrestling industry for 15 years, I think, Ricochet, which is a surprise to many because he's only just recently come into the mainstream. He was a big guy in Ring of Honor and, of course, New Japan. And now Komander's going to take him to Mexico with that beautiful springboard there. The lucha style coming off on top. Going to go for the pinfall. Can he beat Ricochet? Is it too early? 2 count and a kick out by Ricochet. And the clue's in the name of Ricochet. He really does ricochet off things. Hurricanrana again from Komander. Seen a lot of exchanges of Hurricanranas. And now he's back to his feet, is Ricochet. Has him up. Ricochet out of nowhere. You're going to see a fireman's carry and a driver could have the pinfall. He hooks both legs, which makes it more difficult to kick out. Komander gets a shoulder up. That was close. Komander dicing with death there. Could have potentially got beat. Another Hurricanrana from Komander. He must have thrown at least 4 of them this match and maybe feels they're effective because Ricochet hasn't reversed one of them. Now going to take it to the outside of the ring, I think. What the hell is Komander thinking? And twist of fate on the ropes. Sends Ricochet flying. Of course, and what the hell? A somersault to Ricochet following. The athleticism of this man is scary. And what on earth is he teeing up here? Is it going to be a Salina del Sol? No, it's going to be the face breaker. And still to come as well. The Collision is packed tonight. Samoa Joe, Daniel Garcia. Joe, of course, facing Bryan next week on Maximum Carnage. That is going to be carnage. Them two men have had more than enough troubles. Daniel Garcia here to prove himself here tonight against a very, very tough opponent and a very pissed off opponent. We saw him attack Bryan Danielson, after his match, leaving Carnage in the ring. As Komander goes high risk, he's going to go for a elbow drop to the back of Ricochet. And Komander's doing well. I'm quite surprised. I thought it would be Ricochet dictating this match, and now Komander's going to drag him into the ring. What's Komander got for him? And he's hanging on the edge of the ropes. And he's pointing at Ricochet. What's he thinking here? The referee's still counting him. Now he goes back in the ring. Not sure why the referee was counting him there. He was on the ring apron. I actually surprised that he did count him in a reversal from Ricochet. And now Ricochet is going to feel some momentum here as we're going to bounce to the RICO-VERSE. Nice reversal. Ricochet jumps over the top and rolls under. Hurricanrana. That's what Ricochet can do. He's just so athletic and fast. So is Komander, but Ricochet is such an experienced competitor. And when he goes high risk, it usually leaves the opponent lying on their back. Shooting star press from Ricochet. Can Komander kick out? No. Ricochet with another win on the resume of Ricochet. Congratulations, Ricochet, in a brilliant opening cruiserweight contest. That was back and forth as hell. Quick, fast-paced action. Ricochet picking up the dub on this one. What does the future look like for Ricochet in AEW? I'm so excited to see. We're going to hear from Adam Page. I'm hearing next. So stay tuned for that. But that was Ricochet Komander. I bet you've all been wondering where I've been. Christian, I'm going to get straight to the point. I know you're not in the building tonight. That doesn't matter. You've been hiding behind that TNT championship for long enough. You've been running and playing games, but that ends Wednesday on Dynamite. I'm calling you out. Face to face. No excuses. No running. You and me at Maximum Carnage. I want that title, and I'll do whatever it takes to take it from you. So get ready, Christian, because whether you show up or not, the reckoning is coming. And Samoa Joe is about to compete in action now, folks. And I've been looking forward so much to seeing Samoa Joe in this universe mode. He takes on Daniel Garcia, a very hot up-and-coming prospect. This is going to be an exciting match, folks, as Joe makes his way to the ring. He has Bryan Danielson next week on Maximum Carnage. That is really going to be Maximum Carnage. There's a lot of bitterness, a lot of history between those two wrestlers. A lot of bitterness recently. And Joe rolls into the ring. So much experience behind this man. I cannot even begin to document where this man and what this man has achieved and where he's been. 30 years of professional wrestling. TNA, Ring of Honor, WWE. All over Japan. He's been absolutely everywhere. Daniel Garcia, rather contrastingly, is a new superstar at the ripe old age of mid-20s. He's just experiencing it for the first time. Big stage and exposed to a big stage on mainstream media at a very young age. Something that Joe didn't experience, but with Joe's path and Daniel Garcia's path very different. How does that translate to the match here tonight? Well, we don't know. We're about to find out. Can Garcia tip off and beat the big Samoa Joe? Or will Joe do what he's always done for 3 decades and dominate? Well, it won't be long till we find out, folks. And I'm glad to see that Daniel Garcia isn't hip thrusting into my camera here as I commentate over this episode of Collision. It's nice to see that he's took a more serious approach to professional wrestling as Joe clotheslines him straight away. Comes out like a bull in a china shop. And picks Daniel Garcia to his feet and goes for another clothesline. But Garcia's going to fight back. And that's what I like about this young guy. This young Daniel Garcia. I love the ability, the fight and the heart that he shows in every single match that he competes in. He's brilliant. A knee to the face. He takes Joe to the ground, which is something that not many competitors can do. Hook of the leg. Doesn't quite get the pinfall. Now a grapple from Joe. Of course, you don't want Joe to grapple you too much. He can smother you with that offense. He really can smother you with that offense, and it's not good when he does do that. And when he does smother you with that offense, you'll see a lot of grapples, a lot of submissions. You'll see a lot of technical wrestling. And it's very hard to reverse just because for the sheer size of Joe as he throws Garcia into the barricade. Austin, Texas sold out here, appreciating the work of Samoa Joe as he looks to take out one of the younglings like Anakin Skywalker in Order 66. Joe has sent a clear message to Bryan Danielson, who by no means isn't a noob in the game. He's an extremely talented professional wrestler, somebody who can replicate the achievements of Joe in terms of experience. So that'll be a real battle of ring IQ and experience. Irish whip now into the corner. Daniel Garcia in trouble, brought to the top rope, and nothing good ever happens from the top rope when Joe's involved. We've seen him do that brain buster. That is a horrifying move and does so much damage, and another throws him outside the ring there. And that was a big fall for Daniel Garcia. And now he's going to go back into the ring and exchange. Grapple. And now Garcia going to fight out. And Garcia is a guy who has a lot of heart. I'd like to see him, compete at a higher level. Maybe in our universe mode in the future. I think it's something that he can do. Maybe something TNT worthy. And still to come, our main event. Megan Bayne teams with Toni Storm. I have to apologise for the renders, by the way. My bad. Megan Bayne, Toni Storm team up to take on their respective opponents at Maximum Carnage. Mina Sharikawa Kris Statlander team together. And the lights have gone out here. And that is the music of one Bryan Danielson. What the hell is he doing here? He looks furious as well. He stood on the stage. Joe distracted and teleports. Must be have some superpowers. Garcia going for a roll-up pin. Can he put Joe away there? No. I didn't expect Bryan Danielson to not turn up tonight because Joe obviously intervened at the end of his match and beat the living daylights out of Bryan Danielson. Full Nelson slam. But like that, Joe can turn his attention. He's so good in this ring. And suplex after suplex after suplex on Daniel Garcia. That is what he needs to be doing. Is working his way through the motions, Joe. The grapples. Testing different elements. And oh my goodness. Garcia gonna pile driver Joe. And that's nearly a 300-pound guy. He's just lifted and pile drivered into the floor. Now drags him. Pinfall. And that pile driver could have done it, folks. Had a kick out, not even a wood. A bit ambitious, maybe, when I'm commentating there. Maybe there was no chance that he was going to win that one. And now Garcia is leading the way. He is leading the way. He's feeling it as well. A kick to the arm of Samoa Joe. Can Joe fight back? And Garcia brings him to his feet, and a reversal from Joe. Picks him back to his feet. Fireman's carry from Joe, the Samoan submission machine. And an attitude adjustment from Joe, kind of similar anyway, but with the sit down, obviously. Joe on the middle rope, not something we usually see often, and that's a 300-pound man bombing at you. Daniel Garcia must be feeling the pain because he's been grappled and bounced into and hurt from pillar to post in this match. Has he got any fight left? Oh dear. Well, I don't think he's going to have much fight after this. We've seen Joe put away main event opponents with this. The brain buster. That's going to be all, folks. I'm pretty certain. And Garcia gets a shoulder up. That's the heart I was talking about earlier on in the match. The heart that this guy has, it's unparalleled. For such a young talent to have such heart, to kick out of the coquina, or what's it called, the muscle buster. It's just insanity. I'm sure that's not the be-all and end-all, though. I'm sure... Sorry, I might have sounded quiet then. I thought I had something under my desk. And shot to the knee there from Garcia. Taking down Joe. Joe just hit the muscle buster on Daniel Garcia, and Garcia somehow still back to his feet. I mean, if that hit me or you, I think we'd be laid out for good. As Daniel Garcia now going to drag Joe. Not an easy man to drag, by the way. Very heavy. And punch there. And another punch. Now a grapple. Garcia yanking the arm. Can Joe fight back? It's been an excellent performance from this young man. Joe's obviously showed his ring IQ and his generalship. Daniel Garcia's shown the young, and still to come. And up next, actually, Jay White. Is he injured? We don't know. It's possible that he's going to address the situation, but taken out a few weeks back by Adam Cole in that horrible backstage brawl where he ended up face up inside a stage light. I'm sure we'll have some news from Jay White on how he's feeling. I hope he's feeling well. Joe now surely sensing the end here. The Texas crowd are booing. You see the guy in the shirt over there, in the Sonya Deville shirt, supporting her signing. As the Muscle Buster again. He was putting his thumbs down, but Joe's putting Garcia down, and he's going to put him out because he's going to hit the pinfall here, and that'll be all she wrote, folks, as Samoa Joe picks up the victory and going into Maximum Carnage. Looks pretty unstoppable. Bryan Danielson's distraction wasn't enough. Daniel Garcia's youth wasn't quick enough or lasted long enough. Joe is still the man in AEW as he picks up a victory tonight. We'll see him next week in that grudge match against Bryan Danielson. Who will come out on top? Will it be Joe or will it be Bryan freaking Danielson? Adam Cole, you thought you could leave me broken, bleeding on that backstage floor, but you were dead wrong. I was attacked, scarred, and left for dead. But every single wound fuels my fury. Now I'm back and more dangerous than ever. Next week on Collision Maximum Carnage, we're taking this fight to the streets. No rules, just raw, unfiltered retribution. You're going to face every bit of the pain you caused, Adam Cole. And believe me, there'll be no escape. I'm Jay White, and I'm coming for you. So Jay White medically cleared. It's going to be a street fight, folks, between Jay White and Adam Cole. I don't even want to know how that's going to go at Maximum Carnage. It's going to be, I think there'll be some revenge on the White of young Switchblade Jay White. Adam Cole maybe bit off more than he chewed. He looks angry. He looked really angry in that promo. So we'll have to see how that's going to transpire. I hope that people have. I hope that the AEW and Tony Khan have already prepared the medical team, because somebody's not walking out of that match fully healthy. So, somebody is going to get hurt. As we prepare for our main event here, tag team action, Kris Statlander looking beautiful as ever is set to face Megan Bayne at Maximum Carnage. That is a real battle of the titans, if ever I've seen one. It's inside a steel cage. And there's a special stipulation with this match. And I think I mentioned it before, but if I haven't, here it is. You cannot win that match by escaping the cage. You must stay in the cage. The match must be won by pinfall or submission. So that is it, folks. That's how it is won. It's by pinfall or submission. So it's going to be an interesting match. We've seen the AEW Women's World Champion. She faces Toni Storm, who, of course, won the Rumble, the 10-woman Rumble. This is Megan Bayne, folks, and this is who's going to be in the cage. So, will emotions get on top of these women tonight? I don't think so. I mean, with their respective opponents, we've seen Kris Statlander and Megan Bayne's a bit more personal. Toni won the Rumble. Mina messed with her a bit before the Rumble. It was just destiny. And it's in a tag team match, it's very important that you don't let personal relationships with other wrestlers get involved in the way of winning. You have to work as a team to achieve the victory. You can't be going out for vengeance now. That will happen next week. You'll get your opportunity 1v1 both, all 4 women next week. You need to focus on the tag team action. Make sure you're utilising the most efficient strategies in tag team action to win the match. If you do that, you'll be fine. You'll win. And Toni Storm doesn't really know what she is. She's timeless, but she's dancing to the Rookie song. I don't know what to say about this woman. She's just everywhere. She's everything. I don't know what to say. She's an exciting talent. That's what I do know. And whenever she's in a match, I'm always left at the edge of my seat with the creativeness and the just the character work. She's an incredible in-ring performer as well. As tag team action's about to kick off, the AEW Women's World Champions here tonight on Collision. Remember, make sure you do like, subscribe, don't want to miss an episode of AEW. Next episode is Dynamite Maximum Carnage, and I'm so excited to see how that goes. That is going to be absolute chaos. Sorry, excuse me. And a fall-away slam from Megan Bayne. Megan Bayne going after Mina Sharikawa, the AEW Women's Champion. Kris going to interfere, and that's what I like to see. I like what Kris has just done there. It's about teamwork. It's about protecting your tag team partner and seeing if you can make the numbers advantage work. As Kris Statlander will really need an upper hand against Megan Bayne. She set her up against Harley Cameron. I believe she bribed Harley Cameron to compete in that match and basically just fed Harley Cameron to Megan Bayne, who is an absolute beast. She's been putting away women left, right and centre. Kris Statlander is known for doing the same thing, though, just because it's been shown more. And she's lost before. Don't let the knee brace or the victories that Megan Bayne's been picking up deceive you. Kris Statlander is an incredible athlete. And then we look at the other two women. Mina Sharikawa. The history of her Ring of Honor episode 1 of this universe mode on this channel that later translated into AEW. Mina Sharikawa won a women's gauntlet from number 1 by pinning 5 other women, one after the other, to win the title that she currently holds. Since then, even Kris Statlander's had a go. Nobody's been able to beat her. She's unbeatable. Well, Toni Storm's going to get an opportunity next week, and that's going to be it's a tall order because she's so dominant, and I just don't know how anyone's going to beat her. Remember, Toni Storm was one of the women in that gauntlet where she won the championship, and Mina, after facing 2 women, I believe, pinned Toni Storm. So she'll be full of confidence. Toni believes that she's a different woman now. She's gone back to the Rookie. She's an opportunist. She's trying to prove herself. And, well, personas only get you so far. What matters is the in-ring work right here tonight as Toni goes to work on Mina. Could this be a preview of what we're about to see next week? Irish whip against the ropes. And a nice kick there to the midsection. And a kick to the back of the head. Toni Storm, of course, incredibly adverse. And this is what I like to see. There's no personal vendettas getting in the way. It's a fair tag. Well, why is Megan Bayne constantly attacking Megan and Kris? This is a real rivalry. These women are kind of vying for the same spot, and you have to question the winner of this steel cage, because it will finish, I believe. Well, I can never call what's going to happen, but it will finish inside that steel cage. What does the winner do next? Because the AEW Women's World Championship will be open potentially to a new competitor. Would either Megan Bayne or Kris Statlander be considered in that picture? That's interesting. We have the TBS champion, Anna Jay, who defends against Deonna Purrazzo. Would that be an option for Megan Bayne or Kris Statlander? Pinfall here from Megan Bayne. Kick out from Kris. Tag into Toni Storm. Can Toni do some work here? I think it's important that Toni axe handle to the back of the head of Kris Statlander. Picks her up. And now she grapples and Kris Statlander going to reverse. Back body drop and a blue thunderbomb. Could have the win here. As Toni kicks out. The thing about Toni Storm is she's so, again, I mention it about every superstar. You might think I say it about every superstar, but it's true. She's so resilient. She can take them big moves and come back. Like, she can look. The thing about Toni Storm is she can look as if she's been dragged through a hedge, put through tables and ladders, and kick out when you least expect it. That moonsault was very ambitious from rookie Toni Storm, even though she's wearing the timeless gear. I can't keep up with this woman. She confuses even me. But she's going to work here on Mina Sharikawa in this tag team match. And big clubbing blows there to the champion. A bit of personal stuff getting involved here, and this is what I was saying that you cannot afford to do. What the hell? Okay, game? I don't know what happened there. But that was an interesting move. Megan and Kris going to go at it now. Shoulder tackle from Kris Statlander. Every one of them's won is a small victory for these Titans. Because Kris is asserting a dominance. And Megan goes for a splash, misses. Bit of inexperience there from Megan. Of course, she's young in the business. Kris more experienced. And that was telling there. You got to capitalise when you first have the advantage, not when it's past her after about 10 seconds. And Mina punching Megan Bayne. Could have thrown her off, but Megan's still on top. That was like a fly hitting a wall, that. She barely even felt it. We're going to see a pump. What do they call that? It's a slam. And she hits it. It's a slam. And Mina breaks up the pinfall. Toni's not happy to see that. She's going to go straight for Mina and misses. But she won't leave it at that. And look at these two. Megan Bayne now lining up Kris Statlander. Could be the end. As we've seen these women perform this multiple times. Tombstone, pile driver. And Megan is hurt because she fell after. And she has the pin on. Will it be enough? We can't see. I think she kicked out. She must have kicked out. I couldn't see. Don't know what on earth happened there, but shoulder up by Kris Statlander, I believe. Referee stopped the count where you couldn't see. And a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker from Kris Statlander to respond to a tombstone pile driver. And Kris throws herself through the ropes. And that's one of the things I love about Stat. She just has the ability to adapt. You wouldn't expect that from a woman of her size, to be able to move like she does, but that's what she does. And Megan Bayne should be worried about this, and this is getting all through personal as they battle outside the ring. This is a tag team contest, don't forget, folks. We need to be using our team. Yes, moonsault! Marvellous moonsault from Megan Bayne to the outside of the ring. And now going to surely take Kris back in the ring. She is. Of course, we're in Austin, Texas here. We actually, after Maximum Carnage, travel to the UK for a little tour. That'll be fun. Coming from the O2 Arena in London. Come Dynamite and Collision. That's going to be fun. The superstars excited to go to the UK for the first time. We've had WWE down in Australia in Perth. We're going to the UK here on AEW. And tribute to Sheamus, who is from the UK, with them clubbing blows from Toni Storm and Kris Statlander. Don't forget, Kris Statlander was Toni Storm's opponent with the first encounter with Mina Sharikawa, where Mina tried to cost Toni the match. And she takes a cheap blow at the champ when she wasn't paying attention, and Toni going to sit in the corner and taunt. That's what she does best. Megan's going to go, I think, potentially throw Kris in the ring, but the numbers advantage is definitely in the favour of Toni. And German suplex. She isn't getting her back in the ring. The personal demons are coming out, and I need a drink, folks. One sec. The personal demons are getting out. And Megan Bayne cannot separate tag team action from personal business. And look at her taunting as she stands on Kris Statlander. She's proud that she's doing that. And Kris fights. She gets out of that one. Now, hook of the arm. A beautiful double underhook suplex from Kris as she looks to win this match here for the team. And this team, whichever team wins, has huge momentum going into Maximum Carnage. And a hook of the a grapple, and now Toni, and a gut breaker there. And Toni telegraphed it. I'm quite surprised she actually telegraphed that, to be fair. Picks her up, and that knee to the face again. Kris needs to make a tag, and Toni's gonna tag in Megan. Megan is quite fresh, and there's no way she's gonna let a broken, battered Kris Statlander get out this ring. That just isn't going to be an option for Megan Bayne. Throws her in. I'm going to use this teamwork now. Maybe two's better than one. She's finally realised that, goodness me, the back's going to be aching. And Toni Storm with that. Oh my goodness. Stomps on Kris Statlander whilst the back was arched over the knee of Megan Bayne. Kris Statlander has took some serious damage. In a few days' time, in a week's time or a few days' time, she's going to have to go inside that steel cage. But is she even going to make it with moves like that? She's getting back to the top. And now she's performing chops. She's fighting back with all she has is Kris Statlander. I think a tag to Mina Sharikawa would be a genius thing. And she has tagged in the champ. And that's the right decision. Because the AEW Women's Champion is fresh. And she's gunning for Toni Storm now. And Toni could be in big trouble here, folks. She takes it to the top rope here. Oh my goodness, what are we going to see here? That's like a face plant up from the top rope. Pushes her over and going to hook the leg. Can Toni kick out? She does at 1.5. And remember, folks, Team Toni and Megan Bayne haven't took as much damage. Kris Statlander must be concerned about her well-being. I can't imagine she'll want to get back in the ring very soon. As Mina will be happy to take her time with Toni Storm and display to her why she's the best woman. And a hot tag made to Megan Bayne out of nowhere whilst Mina was lining something up. Smart move there from timeless Toni Storm. Rookie Toni Storm. And what's the move called? Oh my god. A sidewalk slam, from Megan Bayne. Hits. And she's going to tag in Toni. Quick tags here from this team. Could call it team challenges. Megan, of course, vying for the spot that Carissa has already, about the most dominant, and of course Toni vying for that AEW Women's World Championship. Mina's groggy. Can Toni put her away with a lariat? This could be a preview of what's to come. Rolls her over. Toni Storm, hook of the leg. 2 and kick out. Not even a 2 count. And brings her back to her feet now. Kick to the stomach and, oh my goodness, beautiful sit-down powerbomb there. And we see Reverend Devon used to do that move. It's like a DDT where they get up and Megan Bayne breaks it up. Good alertness from Megan Bayne. And now she's going to go work on the AEW Women's Champion. Potentially sending a message for after. And Mina fights out. The AEW Women's World Champion. She's going to tag in Kris Statlander. Of course, Kris has took a lot of punishment in this match. I just want to remember that. And a reversal from Toni Storm. And now Toni. Oh my goodness. Torture rack on Kris Statlander, a knee to the face. That could be all she wrote, folks. 1, 2, 3. Toni Storm pinning Kris Statlander. Mina in the top corner was furious because the referee blocked her from interfering in that pinfall. I don't know if you saw that. But these two women getting the win going into Maximum Carnage. Huge momentum. Huge boost. If you're an AEW only fan, I'll see you next week on Dynamite Maximum Carnage. Make sure you subscribe. Turn on notification bells to be notified when that comes out. Also, check out the WWE one if you're just a wrestling fan. I put as much time into that, and I hope you guys do enjoy it. Thank you for watching this episode. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.